Let's check in with Jared Blikre for more. And Jared, I know that stocks, not just here, but around the globe bounced back overnight. Even Russia's stock index and the ruble have seen a rebound.
Let me show you this, Alexis. The Russian MOEX is up 20% today. That's after it had the biggest single-day loss in its history, the third worst single-day performance of any market, any index at any time. So here's a two-day performance. I'm not sure that's correct. Let me go to 5 days so we can see what's happened throughout the week. There we go. We have this huge loss. It was over 30%, and we managed to climb off of that today. Not we, but the Russian index did. So really interesting to see that development. But you want to take a look at what's happening in the U.S. markets. As you said, the Dow having a really nice day. Now still underwater for the week. We can see it's off 1%, but nicely off of these lows here. Let me just show you the two-day. And by the way, the markets, the Dow, the S&P 500, the NASDAQ, all having the best two-day performance since the end of January. Let's also take a look at the S&P 500. The Kahuna, you can see it's up 3% over the last 2 days, but I want to show this year-to-date chart that we have been tracking here at Yahoo Finance. And here's the last 2 days. So we can see that right there. We did sell off precipitously from this failure point. That's 4,600. Let me see if I can get that back up here. And I got to say, we've moved right back into a potential short zone. This is where short sellers in the SPOOs, that's the S&P 500 futures contract, would be looking to re-enter. That goes all the way up from 4,350 to 4,400. So if we don't manage to close above 4,400 today, it puts everything in doubt into next week as to what developments are going to happen in the market, how they're going to react to some of the news flow. A push above 4,600 probably gives the market a little bit of breathing room. But as we've been talking about here, the situation is so unpredictable, we can't say the all clear is in just yet. And in fact, it's probably not in. So we have to tread lightly here, tread carefully. This is our leaders and sentiment board. I have regional banks up the most today. That's as the yield curve is going higher, although it is flattening. We have the lower end, we have the lower end, like the lower maturities, rising faster than the 30-year, for instance, and the 10-year. So have to keep that in mind. Home builders also getting some love, value stocks, transports, and also solar energy. Over the last 2 days, even more impressive. We saw these groups get a ton of money yesterday. Is it a short covering rally? Well, most rallies begin that way, so too soon to tell. But solar, ARK Invest components, IPOs, software, home builders, retail, all of those getting some love this week. Actually, I got to say only the last 2 days. Here's the sector action. We got tech, that's XLK. That's up 4% over the last 2 days. Communication services, industrials, utilities, real estate, discretionary, healthcare, all of those are outperforming. To the downside, staples and energy. So nice 2-day run here. You put it in context of what's happened with the week, you can see a little bit of a difference. Healthcare in the lead, followed by real estate and utilities. Very defensive setup, especially considering that consumer discretionary and financials and tech, all the biggest losers here. Want to check in on the travel sector. This is what's happened this week. We have Avis Budget Group. That is a standout. That's up about 6% here, but some serious losses. However, once again, when we consider the prior 2 days, we can see some nice gains here. Finally, just want to put this in context, going back to the sector board. This entire incursion, I would say the market started reacting negatively to headlines on February 11th. So this is the 11th trading day into this mess with the Russian-Ukraine conflict. We can see consumer discretionary, tech, and communication services. Those are the biggest losers, still underwater by 5 to 7%, and those house all the mega caps. So some damage done to the mega caps, although we have seen incremental buying in both those and some of those fringe and hot money groups that we like to see get money when investors are returning to the markets.
Yeah, despite those sectors being underwater, it's been a remarkable recovery, as you say, over the last 48 hours.